Whitney Way Thor gets more devastating news. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel My Big Fat Fabulous Life. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. My Big Fat Fabulous Life star Whitney Way Thor and her family have been having an incredibly difficult year. Right now, fans are watching how Whitney and her family deal with the aftermath of Babs' stroke. Babs is a fan favorite on My Big Fat Fabulous Life, and it's so hard for viewers to watch her go through such a serious health challenge. But that's not where the devastating news ends. Keep reading to see what Whitney is dealing with now. Whitney Way Thor deals with another family health crisis. Is the Thor family ever going to get a break? During the most recent season of My Big Fat Fabulous Life, fans can't help but notice that the family keeps encountering one major crisis after another. Babs successfully made it to her new care facility and is making progress in rehab. But she isn't completely out of the woods, and Whitney is rightly worried. Now, another beloved member of the family's health is in jeopardy. It's never easy dealing with a sick pet. During the current season, Whitney is already dealing with Babs' illness. Now, it appears that her cat Henchy is dealing with his own health issues. In a newly released clip, Whitney and Lenny are sitting in the car on their way to the vet. Lenny holds Henchy in a carrier on his lap while Whitney drives. It's clear the pair are very worried about the cat. The MBFFL star reveals that she took Henchy in for a cold, but the vet revealed they found a mass in the kitty's mouth. The vet believed it was cancerous and needed to biopsy it right away. In her talking head, Whitney reveals that Henchy has struggled with health issues before. This isn't the first time the vet suspected he had cancer. However, the last biopsy came back clean. Whitney feels worried and scared that Henchy cheated death once and may not be able to a second time. Lenny gets his own talking head and says that he feels incredibly bad for the Thor family during this chapter of their lives. He knows that Whitney is already having a rough time with Babs' condition, and now Henchy is sick too. Hopefully, everything turns out all right. Fans will need to keep watching to see what happens next. Fans can send kind wishes to the family at their P.O. box. Whitney Way Thor and her family could definitely use all the love and support for Henchy and Babs. But the good news is that the family is accepting cards and kind wishes for Babs at the moment. Fans that want to send encouraging messages to Babs can reach her at. In the meantime, Whitney's dad is spending a lot of time pampering Babs and making her feel loved. Catch new episodes of My Big Fat Fabulous Life on TLC starting at 10 p.m. on Tuesday nights. Don't miss out on Whitney Way Thor and her family's journey. Whitney Way Thor woke up to the familiar hum of her alarm clock. She stretched lazily, savoring the comfort of her warm bed before the demands of the day began. Today was a day like any other, or so she thought. Little did she know, the events that would unfold would bring her some of the most devastating news of her life. As she got ready, Whitney's mind buzzed with her usual thoughts, her plans for My Big Fat Fabulous Life, the dance classes she was excited to teach, and her ongoing advocacy work. Despite the ups and downs she had faced, Whitney remained resilient and determined. She made her way to the kitchen, where her phone buzzed with a new notification. It was a message from her best friend, Buddy Bell. "Hey Whit, can we meet up later? I need to talk to you about something important." Whitney's heart skipped a beat. Buddy's message sounded urgent, and she couldn't help but feel a sense of unease. She quickly replied, setting a time to meet at their favorite cafe. Whitney arrived at the cafe, her mind racing with possibilities. She spotted Buddy sitting at a corner table, his expression somber. As she approached, Buddy looked up and managed a weak smile. "Hey Whit," he said, standing up to hug her. "Hey Buddy, what's going on?" Whitney asked, her concern growing. Buddy took a deep breath. "Whitney, there's no easy way to say this. I got a call from Heather this morning. Her test results came back, and she has cancer." The words hung in the air, heavy and devastating. Whitney felt as if the ground had shifted beneath her. Heather Sykes, one of her closest friends, had cancer. She struggled to process the information, her mind reeling with shock and fear. No, it can't be," Whitney whispered, tears welling up in her eyes. "How bad is it?" Buddy's face was etched with sadness. It's serious, Whit. She's starting treatment soon, but she's going to need all the support she can get. Whitney felt a surge of emotions, fear, sadness, and a fierce determination to be there for Heather. She knew that her friend needed her now more than ever, and she was ready to do whatever it took to support her. After leaving the cafe, Whitney went straight to Heather's house. She found her friend sitting on the couch, looking tired and fragile, but managing a brave smile when she saw Whitney. "Hey, Whit," Heather said softly. Whitney rushed to her side, tears streaming down her face. "Heather, I'm so sorry. I'm here for you, whatever you need." Heather hugged Whitney tightly. "Thank you. I'm scared, but I'm ready to fight this. I'm glad I have you by my side." Heather's treatment started immediately. Whitney accompanied her to appointments, sat with her during chemotherapy sessions, and did everything she could to make her friend feel loved and supported. The toll the treatment took on Heather was evident. She lost weight. Her hair began to thin, and she was often too weak to get out of bed. Despite the physical toll, Heather's spirit remained unbroken. She faced each day with a strength and determination that inspired Whitney and everyone around her. Whitney documented their journey, sharing updates with their friends and fans, and rallying a community of support around Heather. "Today was a tough day, but Heather is a fighter," Whitney posted on social media. "We're taking this one day at a time, and your love and support mean the world to us." Amidst the battle with Heather's illness, Whitney received another piece of devastating news. During a routine checkup, her doctor found an abnormality that required further investigation. Whitney underwent a series of tests, her anxiety growing with each passing day. Finally, the results came in. Whitney's doctor called her in for a meeting to discuss the findings. As she sat in the sterile, cold office, Whitney's heart pounded in her chest. "Whitney, I'm afraid we found something concerning," the doctor said gently. "You have a benign tumor in your abdomen. While it's not cancerous, it's causing some complications that we need to address. Surgery is necessary." The news hit Whitney like a freight train. Another health battle to face, another mountain to climb. She felt overwhelmed, her mind spinning with the implications of what this meant for her future. Whitney's own health crisis added another layer of stress and fear to an already challenging time. She felt torn between focusing on her recovery and being there for Heather. The two friends supported each other through their respective battles, drawing strength from their shared experiences. "Whitney, you've always been there for me," Heather said one day, her voice weak but filled with determination. "Now it's my turn to be there for you. We're going to get through this together." Their bond grew even stronger as they navigated their health challenges side by side. They laughed, cried, and shared moments of vulnerability, finding solace in each other's company. Whitney's surgery was scheduled, and as the date approached, she felt a mix of fear and hope. She knew that the road to recovery would be long and difficult, but she was determined to face it head-on. Whitney's surgery was successful, but the recovery process was grueling. She experienced pain, fatigue, and a range of emotions that left her feeling vulnerable and exhausted. However, she was not alone in her journey. Heather visited Whitney as often as she could, bringing her small comforts and words of encouragement. Their roles had reversed, with Heather now offering the strength and support that Whitney had provided during her cancer treatment. "You're doing amazing, Whit," Heather said one day, holding Whitney's hand. "You've always been my rock, and now it's my turn to be yours." Whitney smiled through her tears, grateful for Heather's unwavering support. "I couldn't do this without you, Heather. You're my inspiration." As Whitney and Heather faced their respective health battles, they discovered a newfound strength within themselves and each other. They drew from their experiences to inspire others, sharing their stories and advocating for health awareness and support. Whitney continued to update her fans on social media, using her platform to raise awareness about the importance of regular health checkups and early detection. She also highlighted Heather's journey, emphasizing the power of friendship and community in overcoming adversity. "Health challenges can feel overwhelming, but we don't have to face them alone," Whitney wrote in one of her posts. "Heather and I have found strength in each other and in the support of our friends and family. We hope our story encourages others to seek help and to support those who are going through tough times." As the months passed, both Whitney and Heather began to see improvements in their health. Heather's cancer treatment was showing positive results.